Alright guys, I'm back with another Lion Games book chapter. I've adjusted the camera lens so it's not so close up at my face. And we're on chapter 5. 5 out of however many chapters, this is going to be fun. So we're at page 48. So if you're reading along, you know we're at page 48, chapter 5, She Is Me. Interesting chapter. I'm pretty sure this was my favourite chapter of the whole book. No, that's a lie. It's one of my favourite chapters though, so pretty sure it's also one of the shortest. Yeah, it's also one of the shortest, so let's get started. Emma's feet tripped beneath her. Digging on the ground, the gun dug into her skin. Dark, blurry shapes flashed through the blindfold someone had quickly tied around her eyes, and the sound of traffic roared in her ears. She let out a panicked whimper. The freaky, strangling film flashed through her mind like whirling ambulance lights, these hands pulling the necklace torn. Suddenly slamming over lifelessly, I thought of the same thing. Terror filled me. Someone pushed Emma across the road. A horn blared, but Emma's foot hit the curb on the other side. She staggered across the sidewalk, the sound of cars yielding to loud, throbbing bass. The aroma of grilled hamburgers and hot dogs and cigarettes drifted into Emma's nostrils. There was a loud splash. Someone giggled. Someone else cried, blubbered. Emma's hands twitched. Where was she? What the hell? Suddenly, scarf was ripped from Emma's eyes. The world lit up for me again at exactly the same time. A familiar girl, long, reddish hair, pale skin, broad shoulders, and thick waist, hovered in front of Emma. She wore a short blue dress with lace around the neck. Charlotte. The name came to Emma. She leaned her listener. She learned her listener away. Don't you think? Charlotte snapped, throwing the blindfold behind a potted cactus. Someone freed Emma's hands from their confines behind her back. She no longer felt the gun pressed between her shoulder blades either. Emma whipped around. These three pretty girls in party dresses and sparkling makeup stood before her. The tallest one had dark hair, jittery collarbones, a deconstructed ballerina bun, and a tattoo of a rose on the side of her wrist. Melanie Vega, the girl in Seven's Facebook profile picture. Next to Madeline stood two girls with Crea May's hair and pale blue eyes. Both girls held iPhones. One was preppy in a polo dress, a white headband and wedge sandals with a Goston tie. The other looked like she stepped off a Green Day video. She wore lots of eye makeup, a plaid dress, high boots, and a stack of black jelly bracelets around her wrist. They had to be Gabriella and Leanna Forello, the Twitter twins. Gotcha! Madeline gave Emma a weak smile. The Twitter twins grinned too. Since when did we all go eco? Charlotte sighed loudly behind them. Recycling is not part of our rules. Madeline pulled the short white A-line dress she was wearing down her thighs. It wasn't technically a repeat shower, so I knew it was us the whole time. She raised the tube of lipstick into the air, then pressed it between Emma's shoulder blades again. My mum's chihuahua would have known this wasn't a gun. Emma wrenched away. The tube of lipstick had definitely fooled her. Then she realised something else. Madeline had called her sudden, just like Charlotte's dad had. Wait a minute, she blurted, struggling to find her voice. I'm not. Charlotte cut her off, her gaze on Madeline. Even if Sudden knew it was you, it's still far poor form, and you know it. She had a sarcastic voice and penetrating stare. Although Charlotte wasn't the prettiest in the crowd, she was clearly the alpha. Besides, since when do we do things like that with them? She pointed to Gabriella and Laura, who lowered their eyes sleepishly. Madeline fiddled with the leather strap of her oversized watch. Don't be such a hater. It was spontaneous. I saw it and just went for it. Charlotte stepped a tiny bit closer to Madeline and puffed up her chest. We made up the rules together, remember? Or do those tight buns you wear to ballet class curve the circulation to your brain? Madeline's chin wobbled for a moment. Her big eyes, high cheekbones, and bow-shaped lips reminded Emma of a feature head on a ship. But Emma noticed Madeline slowly massaging a hot pink rabbit's foot on the key ring. of her bag, as if all the beauty in the world hadn't brought her luck. It's better than your too tight jeans cutting circulation to your butt, Madeline shot back. I reached out to Madeline, but my fingers slipped through her skin. Mads, I called out. I touched Charlotte on the shoulder. Shah. She didn't even flinch. Nothing new about them came back to me. I knew I loved them, but I really didn't know why. But how could they stand there and think Emma was me? How could they not know their BFF was dead? Guys, Emma tried again, staring across the wide avenue. The entrance to someone kind of go beaconing on the sunset. There's somewhere I need to be. Madeline gave her a dial up. Yeah. Nish's party. She looped her arm around Emma's elbow and yanked her towards a small iron gate that led to the backyard of the house whose driveway they stood in. Look, I know you and Nisha have issues, but this is the last party before school tomorrow. It's not like you have to talk to her. Where have you been anyway? We've been calling you all day. And what were you doing sitting in front of Severin? You look like a zombie. It was freaky, Leonard piped up. Super freaky, Gabriella agreed in an identical voice. Then she reached in her pocket and pulled out a small prescription bottle, popping off the cap. She took two... shook 2 pills into her hand and pushed them into her mouth, washing them down with a swing of a Diet Coke bottle. Party girl, Emma thought warily. She stared at the 4 girls. Should she tell them who she really was? What if it really was dangerous? Suddenly she felt her shoulders and realised that she lost her duffel bag in the fake kidnapping. When she looked across the street, it was still there. She slipped away and get it as soon as she could. Beth suddenly showed up. Maybe she'd see it and know Emma had been there. Hang on a second, Emma stopped short next to a large flowering barrel cactus. She wiggled her arm from Madeline's grasp and pulled her phone out of her pocket. At least it wasn't in the duffel too. No new messages. She shaded the screen with one hand and composed several new texts the self-number Sutton had given Emma in her Facebook reply last night. Your friends found me. I'm at a party across the street. They think I'm you. I don't know what to tell them. Text me with further instructions, Kay? Emma typed quickly. She knew the 3rd place finished in the speed texting contest in Vegas 2 years ago would come in handy someday. And press send. There Sutton could meet her and straighten out who was who. Or Emma could meet her later and just pretend she was Sutton for the duration of the party. Who are you writing to? Madeline leaned over Emma's phone trying to get a look at the screen. And why are you using a BlackBerry? I thought you got rid of that thing. Emma slipped her phone back into her pocket before Madeline could see. Sutton's Facebook post flitted into Emma's mind. She straightened up and gave Madeline the same queer look she'd given her senior sister making YouTube videos. Wouldn't you love to know, bitch? As soon as she'd finished saying the words, Emma clapped her mouth shut, sucked in her stomach. She wouldn't have been more surprised if a bouquet of daisies had popped out of her mouth. Comments like that ended up on her CISS list, not in her day-to-day conversation. Madeline let out a huffy sniff. Fine, no, ho, beast. Then she whipped out her iPhone. A big sticker of a ballet dancer on the back said Swan Lake Mafia. Smash in, everyone pushed together and smiled. Madeline held the phone outstretched. Emma stood on the end, grinning weakly, and then stared down the driveway. The night air had cooled significantly, and jumbled auroras of the charcoal grill, citronella candles and cigarettes wafted into Emma's nostrils. Gabriella walked and tweeted at the same time, as they bypassed the front door to cut around the same path on the side of the house. Charlotte pulled Emma back so they were walking alone. Are you okay? Charlotte straightened her flatter sleeve dress so that her thick bra stripe didn't show. Her arms were dotted with thousands of freckles. I'm fine, Emma said breezily, even though her fingers still trembled and her heart banged madly against her ribs. So where's Laura? Charlotte pulled a tube of lip gloss from her purse and smeared it across her lips. I thought you said you were going to drive it here. Emma's eyes darted back and forth. Laura? That was Sutton's sister, right? She wished she had a wiki system application on her back door or something. Charlotte won her eyes. You ditched her again, didn't you? She waved her fingers playfully. And Miss Vest, you're a bad, bad sister. Before Emma could reply, they stopped into the backyard. Someone had a strong banner that said "Goodbye, Summer" across a salmon-coloured storage shed. Girls in long, flowing maxi dresses and boys in Lacoste polos filled the patio. Two muscled guys in drenched Holia water polo shirts stood in the pole with two skinny girls in bikinis on their shoulders. Posed for a chicken fight, a girl with curly hair and long feathered earrings laughed way too loudly with the younger, hotter version of Tigger Woods. There was a long table filled with Mexican hot dogs, vegetarian burritos, sushi rolls, and chocolate-covered strawberries. Another table held a bunch of bottles of soda, fruit punch and ginger ale, and 2 big jugs of beef frita and curva. Whoa. Emma couldn't help but blurt when she saw the liquor. She wasn't much of a drinker. She and Alex had once drunk too much playing a Twilight drinking game and took turns puking in Alex's mum's Zen rock garden. And she never knew what to do at parties either. She always felt shy and reserved, the freak foster kid with no home. Right? Madeline muttered, sliding up to Emma, her gaze on the table too. Cass Oberon has gone downhill since Nisha's mum died. Her dad's so oblivious these days. Tasha could probably have crack pipes at door prizes, and he wouldn't notice. Someone touched her arm. "Hey, Saturn," called a tall, buff captain of a sports team type. Emma smiled broadly. A petite, dark-haired girl waved at Emma from the drinks table by the French doors. "Your dress is so pretty," she cooed. "Is it BCBG?" Emma couldn't help but feel a tiny twinge of jealousy. Not only did Sun have a family, but she was widely popular too. How come Ella had gone such a crappy life and Sun had gone the great one? Wasn't sure about that, considering Emma was alive and I wasn't. More kids passed by, brightening when they saw her. Emma grinned and waved and laughed, feeling like a princess greeting her royal subjects. Felt freeing and almost fun. She understood why sometimes the shyness kids could climb upstairs on school players and completely lose their inhibitors. "There you are," growled a sexy voice in Emma's ear. Emma whirled around to see a handsome blonde guy in a grey fitted polo and dark khaki green shorts. A familiar Facebook photo slumped into her mind. Garrett Sutton's boyfriend. "I haven't heard from you all day." Garrett handed Emma a white, red plastic cup filled with liquid. "I called, I texted, where have you been?" "I'm right here," I wanted to scream. Blee flashbacks, kisses, hand holding and slow dances with Garrett fitted in and out of my brain. I discreetly heard the words "I love you," a longing feeling stuck in me hard. "Oh, around," Emma answered vaguely. "But someone's got to cut the cord, don't you think?" she added, poking Garrett lightly in the ribs. It was something Emma had always been done to tell every overprotective boyfriend she's had in the past, the kind who texted her non-stop and freaked out if she hadn't immediately replied. Plus, it sounded like something Sutter might say. Garrett pulled her close and stroked her hair. "Good thing I found you." His hand moved from her hair to her shoulder and then dangerously close to her boob. Emma jerked away. I was so happy she did. Garrett raised his palms and surrendered. Sorry. Then her back vibrated against her hip. Her heart leapt. "Sutton." "Be right back," she said to Garrett. He nodded and Emma wove through the crowd of people towards the house. When Garrett turned to talk to a tall Asian guy in a World Cup jersey, Emma crouched low and darted to the side gate. She turned to glance at the party once more and noticed someone staring at her from a large teak table across the patio. It was a dark-skinned girl with big eyes and tightly drawn mouth. She wore a yellow wrap dress and a gold cuff on her bicep. It was Nisha from Sun's tennis team. Photo. This was her party. She stared at Emma as though she wanted to hoist her by the scruff of her neck and throw her out on her butt. Even though every ounce of Emma be nice and don't make trouble being wanted to wave and smile, she steeled herself, thought of Sutton, and shot Nisha a bitchy look. Outrage flushed across Nisha's face. After a moment, she whipped her head around, her ponytail smacking the face of the girl behind her. A cautious feeling fluttered through me. Nisha and I clearly had issues. Big issues. Not that I had a clue what they were. Alright guys, that was the end of chapter 5. I'll see you guys later.